Hey guys, what's going on today? Bojo here, and we are back with our Columbus Blue Jackets GM mode. We're probably going to get a lot done with our simulation here in this episode. We might get all the way up to the trade deadline, but off camera, I basically just edited all our lines up. We're all ready to go. Injuries are off. Assistant rotate goalies are on. All the players are moved up and down where they need to be. So I'll show you guys the final lineups, as well as the captaincies that I have named for this coming year. So the offense, like I showed you guys, for the NHL team is the same as it was last time. So Tyler Toffoli, Ryan Johansson, Patrick Kane, Hodgson, Connor McDavid, Danny Cristo, Brandon Dubinsky, Dan Terrell, Daniel Sprong, and Adam Tambellini, Boone Jenner, and Austin Carroll for our offense. On defense, we're going to have Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Ryan Murray, Julius Honka, David Savard, and then we are going to place Bryson Martin in on the defense for the top six to start the year, and Tim Erickson along with him. So we're going to put Bryson Martin to start in place of Danny DeKeyser. If it's not working out, we can always move him back up, but we're going to give the kid a shot. And also, once again, the updated player rules did change again. Daniel Sprong is considered a second liner in this for his player type, but we are going to play him on the third line. But I did make sure to give him first line power play time, even though he's still not considered. He is considered a second liner. I do want to give him first line power play time. So we're going to have Kane, Johansson, Cristo on the first line, then Toffoli, Hodgson, and Sprong on the second. And then for the four-man power play, Johansson, Kane, Hodgson, and Cristo. Penalty kill, we're going to roll with Dan Terrell, Austin Carroll, Brandon Dubinsky, and Adam Tambellini for our penalty kill. I think I actually might move Dubes up, and then Tambellini. Yeah, I'll keep Tambellini with Terrell. I'll leave Austin Carroll with Dubinsky. And we're also going to throw Bryson Martin in on the penalty kill as well. I wanted to give Oliver Ekman-Larsson a little bit of a break when on penalties here, because he is killing off penalties. Whoops, good thing I see this, because I need to change this. Dubes right there. Move him up. There we go. And then 4-on-4s are good. Extra attacker is fine. Goaltenders, Bobrovsky, and we're going to leave Ortio in there for right now. And that's what the Blue Jackets lineup is going to leave. And we're going to keep Boone Jenner in the center. It's his natural position. We're going to keep him there. All right, and then for Springfield, we're going to have Reichel, Fabry, Goodobin, Bjorkstrand, Barbashev, Yilson, Kivaranta, Boyce, Ferk, Viznovsky, Gouliet, and Yalmark. And then on defense, DeKeyser, Wotherspoon, Hetherington, Ellis, and actually Jansen, Ellis, and then Hetherington and Ed Betts. All right, and then in net, we're going to have Brandon Halverson and Clemente in net for Springfield. We're all good to go. Everything is done. All the players are moved up and back, where they need to be. So I think we are ready to go past this first preseason game. I'll show you guys the captains, which I did name for this upcoming season. I named Ryan Johansson the captain of this team. Brandon Dubinsky and Oliver Ekman-Larsson are going to be our two alternate captains. So we are ready for this year number 6. Everything is ready to go. Like I said, injuries are off. Assistant coach rotate goalies are on. So let's get it rolling here with this year number 6 for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Hopefully should be a very good year for us once again. Get back to that playoffs again, and hopefully the young guys will still continue to flourish here. So not the greatest preseason, a 3-3-1 preseason, but we have all the guys in the places that we want now. And the first game of the year, home against the Capitals, and we come out with a 2-1 win over Washington. All right, so that's what we got to do. Oh yeah, that's the one thing I do wanted to check for you guys too. There were a couple comments in the last video about checking. You guys wanted to see the progressions of some of the players that I actually traded away. So you wanted to see what Jack Johnson and Oscar Dansk look like in Phoenix right now. So we'll go to Phoenix, and Johnson still is at 84, so that's good for them at least. And the goaltenders, Oscar Dansk is still an 85 overall goaltender, so he still stayed the same overall. Byzantine is at 88, so they have two really good, solid goaltenders there in Phoenix. So Phoenix might be a good team to go into the Western Conference with this year. So you never know. Those two guys could be pretty good. And was there somebody else? Oh, yeah, Backlund. Backlund is 83, so he stayed that way as well. So Phoenix could be a good team this year. Watch out for the Phoenix Coyotes. Okay, so yeah, we'll go through the first 2 months as we always do, and then we'll check out everything. Okay, so 1-0 to start the year. New York Rangers up next, and a 5-0 win against the Rangers. So very good start, 2-0. Our Grinders leading the way in points and goals so far, so that's unique. 4-1 over the Buffalo Sabres, and the Bruins are 3-0 to start the year. Get a 3-2 win over them. Nicely done. Wait a minute, did we not get a win for that? Oh, we did get a win for it, 4-0. Yeah, I don't know why I saw that there. Only 2 goals is leading our team right now in goal scoring. Austin Carroll is leading our team in goals, but we might have. I think we're gonna have a year of good depth goal scoring. Like I said, we have a lot of good players in a lot of different places, so it's definitely gonna be interesting. So I think we're good for forward wise. Defenseman, wow, that guy's already scouted. Um, yeah, they'll just continue to scout forwards here in the WHL. Why not? We'll just do those guys. All right, let's get through the first 2 months here without any more interruptions. And let's continue to go here. And 5-0 to start the year, 7-2 victory over the Toronto Maple Leafs. And we have a trade offer from the New Jersey Devils, Anton Volchenko, for Betts in a second. I will decline that trade. I guess we have Betts on our trading block. All right, rematch against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we get a 3-1 win over them. 6-0 to start the year. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to clear my trading block because there's nobody I really want to trade right now. Stop the simulation game. All right, let me just do that right now so I don't deal with any more interruptions. Let's update the trading block. Whoops, not trade players. We have $10.8 million worth of salary cap room. We have a lot of salary cap room for a team. That's pretty good to start. So Ed Betts we don't need. Bjorkstrand, Barbashev. I will put some guys on here that I do think I might want to trade, which would be guys like a guy maybe like where is he at? Danny DeKaiser. Where is he at? Danny DeKaiser would be a guy who I maybe would want to put on there, as well as Dubinsky always is in talks of trading talks on this team. So I think we'll put Brandon, wherever he's at, Brandon Dubinsky on here as well. And I think maybe a guy like an older, like 80 overall guy in our minors league system. So maybe a guy like Martin Ferk wouldn't be against trading them. So I'll commit to those changes against the trading block. Just wanted to clear it of some things that I don't want to be interrupted anymore. Let me see my phone. Let me go for staff upgrades as well. Anything I can upgrade? Hell yeah, I can upgrade a lot. I can upgrade my amateur scout all the way. Pro scout and assistant coach I can probably update. Yeah, I'll just update those guys. And I could update the assistant coach or the pro scout one more time. And I'll just do those mini things again. Once I get another 300 points, I'll update the medical staff, I guess, because I have enough depth players in my minor league system, so I guess I can turn injuries on when it comes to the playoffs. But we got a good start to the season once again, 6-0. Started that way last year, got a really good start to the season, so hopefully we can build on this. So Buffalo Sabres once again. And we get a 4-3 win on them. Nick Schultz for Danny DeKaiser and 2 second-round picks. What's Nick Schultz's overall looking like? Nick Schultz is a top 4. He is 84 overall. Oh yeah, we had Nick Schultz before. We traded him away. Nah, he's 36. I don't need that. I guess teams are interested in Dan DeKaiser now as well. So 7-0 to start the year. I might if I keep getting interrupted with trade things. Yeah, they want Dubinsky, DeKaiser, and a second for Mark Giordano. All right, you know what? I'm 7-0 to start the year. I don't want to trade any of my players. I'm just gonna clear my entire trading block because it's really annoying now. All right, so let's go. Just clear. Yes, commit to those changes. Thank you. Okay. And finally, I can get through the end of this to the 2 months here. So, Detroit Red Wings now at home again. 2-1 loss. There's our first loss of the year. The 1-6-1 Florida Panthers. Jesus. And of course we lose 4-1. Yep, here it comes again. It always happens. You start out with a lot of good wins, and then it just goes to shit because it's how the simulation engine works in the game. So, all right, there's a 3-0 win over the Montreal Canadiens. All right, home and home with the Devils now. The New Jersey Devils are 9-1, so they're looking like a good team. 2-1 win over them, nicely done. And we could probably take the lead in the Metro with a win here, and it's 6-4 loss regulation. Okay, so 9-3, still looking good here. New York Islanders 4-6-2, and we lose to them in overtime. Get a point out of it at least. So at least we get our first overtime loss of the year pretty early on, I would say. All right, the New York Rangers, they're not doing so good. 4-7-2, 4-1 win over them. Nicely done. Philadelphia, 5-8. Man, our division looks sucky to start off the year. 4-3 win over them. Nicely done. Daniel Sprong with 11 goals already to start the year. That's pretty good. Philadelphia again, 4-1 loss. All right, so we split that home and home. Minnesota, they're looking pretty good. 11-3-1. And an overtime loss to the Wild there. Okay, so we have how many games played so far? 17. Johansson has 14 assists in those 17 games. Sprong has 11 goals, so that's looking good. Dallas 3-2 win over the Dallas Stars. If Sprong's doing good, I wouldn't be opposed to moving him up because he is a second liner. He's probably getting it done on the power play. San Jose 3-2 win over them. Eric Wellwood's being placed on waivers by the Boston Bruins. He's 3.5 stars. He's a left wing two-way forward. You know what? I'm going to pick him up for depth in the minors for playoff time. I'll add him to the team. I will definitely add him to the team. He could sit on the bench. Jean-Gabriel Pageau is also being placed on waivers by the Ottawa Senators, but his potential's crap. So, no, I'm not going to pick up Pageau. All right, so a game here against the Anaheim Ducks, under 500 for them as well. And we get a 4-2 win. Nicely done. 14-4-2, looking pretty solid. Pretty solid. Yeah, definitely going to be a good team this year. All right, so the Edmonton Oilers 9-7-2 they were. All right, so let's check out this thing here. Yeah, we're getting some guys scouted so far. I'll do the WHL again for 6 weeks. And we'll just go up to this game here against the Pittsburgh Penguins. I thought I cleared Edward Betts from my trading block. I guess not. They wanted to trade Christian Ehrhoff for him. No, I'm fine. All right, so a nice 3-1 win over the Edmonton Oilers there. Oh, my God. Thought I cleared Betts off my trading block. All right, Carolina. Oh, my God. All right, 6-4 win over the Carolina Hurricanes there, 16-4-2. Looking pretty good. And the Washington Capitals to end off the month with a 5-3 win over the Washington Capitals. Okay, so let me see if I could clear my goddamn trading block again. No, not stable. I can almost upgrade my staff again. All right, so trading block. No, they're not. I have nobody on the block, but players still want to freaking trade for some guys. Oh, it's probably because I have once. I don't need any once. All right, so yeah, hopefully I don't get interrupted anymore. But a really good start, first 2 months of the season for the Columbus Blue Jackets, 17-4-2, really solid start to the year. So save percentage and goals against average. Save percentage, are we up there? Sergey, do you see him up there? Bob. Don't see Bob up there. Goals against average, he's in 8th for goals against average with a 2.13, so that's pretty good. Points, are we up there? Ryan Johansson has 25. Oh, my God, we have a lot of guys up there for points. Ryan Johansson has 25 and is in 2nd. Tyler Toffoli has 24. Patrick Kane has 23, and Daniel Sprong has 23. So we have 4 players from our top 6 up in the top 8 points. So our team is really, really clicking together. Wins, Bob is in 1st for wins, which is good. Goals, Daniel Sprong has 14, so he's in 2nd. And Patrick Kane has 11, so he's in 7th. Assists, Ryan Johansson is 2 off Taves. And Toffoli is down there with 15 as well. So, yeah, this team is doing good. We're getting a lot of points. 36 points, leading the Metro by 5 points over the Pittsburgh Penguins. And we are 1st place in the entire NHL. And, yeah, we're looking like a pretty solid team, if I say so myself. All right, so we'll check out the stats so far. All right, so then we'll continue similarly here. So Columbus leading the way so far. Goals for per game, 3.26, tied with the Vancouver Canucks for the best goals for per game in the entire. Oh, wait a minute, they have a 3.36. Never mind. Got my 2s and my 3s mixed up. But a 3.26, so it's above 3 goals per game, which is awesome. 2nd in the league. I'll take that. Goals against per game, it's still doing fairly well this year. It looks like that the Oliver Ekman-Larsson thing in our goaltending still doing its job. A 2.176 best in the entire NHL. So keeping the puck out of the net, and we're scoring a lot of goals, which is what I like to see. Power play percentage is at 27.5%, an amazing power play percentage. The most power plays in the league at 102. So that's pretty good. And our penalty kill, once again, is doing amazing at 89.2%, 2nd in the NHL. Only have taken 37 penalties throughout the year, which is 21 less than the next best team. So we're doing everything right. We're scoring goals. We're keeping the puck out of the net. We're killing penalties, and we're scoring on the power play. This team is doing well good. Home, we're 8-2-1. Away, 9-2-1. In the last 10, we were 8-1-1. So pretty solid. Pretty solid so far. How is Springfield doing? Springfield is doing perfectly fine. They're 16-3-1. Now let's go check out the player stats for our players and let's see how they're doing. So if Daniel Sprong is doing good, maybe I'll move Christo down and Sprong up. Who knows? Definitely depends how many points Sprong has. But it looks like he's scoring goals, so I'm perfectly fine with that. All right, so here is our point total. So Ryan Johansson with 25 points in 23 games so far, above a point a game player. That's what I like to see from him. Getting the assists on the first line, so that's what I like to. That's what I like to see from Johansson. 24 points for Toffoli on the first. He's doing good, and Patrick Kane 23 points as well on the first. So they're getting it done. All three of my first liners are point for game players, as well as Daniel Sprong, the guy on the third line and first line power play time. He does have 6 power play goals out of his 14, so almost half of his goals are power play goals. He is a even on the plus minus. So he has 23 points in 23 games, so he's doing pretty good. Danny Cristo only has 15 points in 23 games. He's still doing pretty good for a second liner. But if Daniel Sprong's working out on the first line power play on the third line with Brandon Dubinsky and Dana Terrell, I'm going to leave him down there. Let him do his thing. So Cristo with 15, Cody Hodgson only with 11 points on the second line. Connor McDavid with 9, no power play time for him. Tambellini with 9 points as well. Dubinsky with 7. Dana Terrell with 5. Boone Jenner with 5 assists as well. And Austin Carroll with 4. So my fourth line guys are doing good. Adam Tambellini's getting it done. 9 points for him. And then plus and minuses, Hodgson's a minus 11. So he doesn't have power play time, so that kind of makes sense. Cristo, minus 7. Connor McDavid. So my second line is negative. So a little bit weird there. Defenseman. Ryan Murray with 14 points. Nicely done. Oliver Ekman-Larsson with 12. David Savard with 11. Julius Honka with 9. Erickson with 5. And Bryson Martin with 3. Martin is a minus 3, so he's still doing a fairly good job. I'll leave it to him to do his thing. And then goaltending, Sergei Bobrovsky, 19 games played, a 2.13 goals against average with 14 and 3. And Yoni Ortio has played 4 games for us, and he's actually done a pretty good job with goals against average of 1.96, and he is 3 and 1. Save percentages of 92.26, 92.66 for each of them. Both of them have 1 shutout apiece, and they're doing perfectly fine by me. Perfectly fine the way those guys are playing. So let's continue here. Go another 2 months, probably up to the All-Star game. Maybe, yeah, we'll go to the All-Star game. End of the All-Star game month, so we'll go to that game. All right, so let's keep moving here. Best team in the NHL, just continue to roll here. All right, so the Pittsburgh Penguins, looking pretty good as well. And we get a 4-3 win over them. Nicely done. Yeah, we're a good team this year. We're definitely a good team. All right, Philadelphia. 3-2 win over them. Nicely done. Oh, here we go. Big game against the Phoenix Coyotes. Lots of former players here. Maybe Danska's in net for them. 13-10-1. So they're doing all right. We get shut out by them. Don't know if Byzantine or Dansk was in net, but we do get shut out by the Phoenix Coyotes. All right, St. Louis, they're not doing too good. 7-13-4. And 4-2 loss are them. All right, 2 losses in a row. All right, come on, guys, pick it back. Pick your game back up. Let's get a little winning streak going again. Don't want to lose more than 2 in a row. There's an overtime loss to the Chicago Blackhawks. I think that was overtime. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, I think it was a regulation loss. Whatever. We come back with 3-0 win over the St. Louis Blues. Nashville, they're doing good. 16-6-3. And 4-2 loss to them. All right, losing some games here. Losing some games, but the losses are bound to come eventually. We still have a pretty good record. All right, Phoenix once again. And we come back with a 3-0 shutout win over them. Ottawa 17-11-3, 4-2 loss over them. Yeah, so it's kind of like a win one, lose one, win one, lose one now. But it looks like those some of our losses. It looks like we are scoring goals though, and when we do lose games, which is kind of opposite of last year. There's an overtime loss to the Canadiens, so at least we get a point out of it. All right, Ottawa and Tampa Bay. Ottawa 3-2 loss, another overtime loss there. Tampa Bay, they're doing good again, and we get a 3-1 win over them. Nicely done. 22-9-4. Still a pretty respectable record. Carolina. Hurricanes 5-1 loss to them. Yeah. Don't like those 1-goal losses. I'd rather take like the 3-2 losses in overtime and stuff like that. All right, Washington 3-0 win over them. Nice. Pittsburgh 5-2 loss. Yeah, we're just going back and forth now. Winning a game, losing a game, winning a game, losing a game. All right, Carolina is starting to catch up to us in our record now. And 3-2 win over them. Nice. Got to gain ground on some of the teams in the Eastern Conference. They're starting to gain some ground back up on us. Washington again. We're playing Washington and Pittsburgh a lot. We're playing all of our division games early on in the season. I suppose we're gonna probably have a lot of Western Conference teams near the back end. All right, so he's done the QMJHL. Let's see. Whoops, I want to go defenseman forwards. It doesn't look like there's anything good in the QMJHL. WHL, yeah, the WHL has all the good players. Once again, 6 more weeks for those guys. Scout the guys in the dub. All right, yeah, keep going here. So yeah, a lot of division games early on in the season. All right, game here against the Pittsburgh Penguins again, 5-1 win, back-to-back 5-1 wins. Carolina again, 4-1 win. There you go. Bobrovsky and/or Ortio doing work now, getting some goal scoring as well. 27, 11, and 4, pretty solid. Nashville again. Yeah, 4-1 loss. That's all right. That's all right. Came back with 3 wins and 1 loss. So just come back here again with a win against the Jets. And 7-4 win over Winnipeg. There you go. Colorado. And 2-1 loss to them. I think that was regulation. Sprong already has 20 goals on the year, so that's good. He's already got a 20-goal season, which is good. Minnesota Wild up next. If here comes the Western Conference teams. 6-1 win over the Wild. Nicely done. LA. 5-2 win over the Kings. There you go. 30 wins on the year already. Almost not even at the All-Star break yet, which is really good. Edmonton, 2-1 loss to them. I believe that was regulation, I think. Believe that was regulation, so we're going to have a lot of Western Conference teams right now. But still, we're doing good. 30, 14, and 4. It's it's around the 2.0 win-loss ratio, which is what I'm perfectly fine with. All right, GM rep has gone up. Thank you. 5th phone. I could probably do some more staff upgrades when the end of this thing is over with. The All-Star game, no, I don't need to play in the All-Star game. And keep it going here. 2 more games against Calgary and Anaheim. Calgary Flames, not doing too good. 5-1 win over them. And the last game of this video against the Anaheim Ducks. Well, maybe we can continue to go here. I don't know. Anaheim Ducks, we got 4-2 win. Yeah, we might be able to keep going here. All right. So another 2 months have gone by, and the Columbus Blue Jackets still set at a very good record, 32, 14, and 4. Looking still pretty good. All right, so save percentage, are we up there? No, we're not up there. Bob doesn't have the best save percentage this year, I don't think, but he still has a pretty good goals against average, 2.11, so he's doing pretty good. Points, are we up there anymore? Ryan Johansson's still up there for points with 52. He's kind of competing with the pack, so that's pretty good. Wins, Bobrovsky and Varlamov, 27 and 26. Goals, are we up there? Daniel Sprong does have 22 goals, so he's up there, top 6 in the league. Assists, Ryan Johansson with 37 assists as well. All right, so that's what the Metropolitan Division's looking like. We have 68 points, so 3 teams competing for the top spot in the Eastern Conference this year, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, and Columbus. So Pittsburgh and Columbus are kind of fighting for that number 1 seed in the Metro. And in the West, Vancouver and Colorado. So it's kind of a tight race between 5 teams right now. But Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, and Columbus are really battling it out right now for that top spot. Okay, so we'll check out the stats once again. And then we might be able to make it to the trade deadline if we have time. Okay, so goals for per game, 3.06. Still second in the league, tied with Vancouver. Doing good. Goals against per game, 2.2. Went up a little bit, but it's still best for top 5 in the league. Fine with that. Power play percentage still doing pretty good, 21%, 5th best in the entire league, and we have the most power plays in the league as well. And penalty kill went down a bit, 85.4%, but we still have the least amount of penalties taken in the league, so it's still pretty good. Top 10 in the league. It's good. Home 18-7-2, away 14-7-2. Last time we were 7-3. Nicely done. All right, so player stats again. Maybe you can check out some overall jumps as well if I see any noticeable increases or decreases. Yeah, I'll check on the minors too. Who knows? I don't think so. I think we'll just stick here. So 50 games played so far. All right, so 50 games played throughout the season. Ryan Johansen's still above a point per game player, which is good. 52 points in 50 games for Ryan Johansen, stud of a player. Patrick Kane, he's already going to break his 60. He's on pace. He's on pace for an 80-something point season, which is ridiculous if you ask me. Patrick Kane with 46 points for him in 50 games, 20 goals already for him. Daniel Sprong, even though he has third line time, he's doing his job. First line power play time, 44 points in 50 games for him, 22 goals, 22 assists, 44 points for Tyler Toffoli as well, 31 for Danny Cristo, 26 for Hodgson, 21 for McDavid, 19. Tambellini has a 20-point season on the fourth line, for God's sakes. This guy knows how to put the puck in the net when the fourth line's out there. Dubes has 16. Jenner has 15. Our fourth line is stacked. Austin Carroll, Boone Jenner, and Adam Tambellini know how to get it done down there on the fourth. That's what I'm talking about, boys. A lot of negative players. A lot of my second line guys are negative players. Don't understand it, but whatever. Defensemen, what do we got here for defense? OEL with 25, Murray with 24, so it looks like my top two guys are working out pretty well. Bryson Martin got back to even, which is good. Ericsson's a minus player, but that's fine. Savard with 18, Honka with 13, Eriksson with 11, and Bryson Martin with 8. And then goaltending, Bob still doing pretty good. 41 games played, 2.11 with 26, 12, and 1. Ortio, 9 games played, 2.16 with a 6-2 record for Yoni Ortio as well. Bob with 4 shutouts. Ortio still with the 1 save percentage right there. All right, so that team's doing very, very good. Springfield, there's really no need for me to check out Springfield. They're doing good. Yeah, 35, 8, and 3. They're doing fine. So how long is the trade deadline? Trade deadline's a month away. Yeah, we can get to it. Let's continue to roll here. Get all the way done to the trade deadline in this video. Get a lot of simulating done. That way we can end the season next video. It'll be a short one next video, but still. All right, so 3-game win streak. Nice. Beat the Vancouver Canucks, 2 of the top scoring leaders, teams that can score goals in the league. So more Western Conference teams here. All right, the Dallas Stars, 3-0 win over them. Nicely done. Get some winning streaks going here. I would love to see Daniel Sprong get to like 35 goals. That'd be pretty clutch if he can get there. Another win there. Nicely done. Getting a nice little win streak now. Ryan Johansen already has 40 assists on the year. He's having a great year. Chicago, 22, 23, and 8. Regulation loss to them. That's fine. Winnipeg here again, 27, 21, and 5. And 2-1 loss to them. That is a regulation loss. Overtime loss, I meant. Unless it was regular. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. I can't see when these things go by, but whatever. Another shutout win there against the Islanders. Okay. Carolina up next again. 27, 24, and 4. They're not doing too hot. 2-0 loss. Gets shut out by them. Okay. Okay, he's done with Russia, Mother Russia. Let's see, rest of the world. There's a top 10 guy there. There's a Southern Korean guy. But look at all the top 10 guys in the OHL and first round. There's a lot of good players forward-wise in the WHL this year. United States, nah, nothing really else surprising like elsewhere. Look at all the guys named Fedorov. There's 2 guys named Fedorov, and they both Fedorov and Fedorov. That's a little bit interesting. How about defensemen? What are defensemen looking like? Yeah, the WHL is a really stacked league this year. Let's go scout that. Let's go scout this guy, this Southern Korean guy. We won't take long. We'll just take a month for them. There's only 3 guys, so it won't take long to scout them. All right, so the day before the trade deadline here. Detroit, 3-2 loss to them. That's another regulation loss. Toronto, 3-2 loss. Another regulation loss. 1-goal regulation losses. Gotta love them. Gets teams we should beat. All right, Buffalo, we should beat these guys. 4-1 win. There you go. I want to see if we can get 40 wins before the trade deadline. We should definitely be able to get that. Victor Bartley's being placed on waivers. 2.5 stars. Nah, I don't need Victor Bartley. And Brendan Lipsick as well. He's a 3.5 gold star prospect. Yes, please. I will take Brendan Lipsick from the Nashville Predators. Thank you very much, but I'm going to leave the team the way they are. All right, Vancouver, once again, 36, 16, and 6. They're looking pretty good. This is a big game here for President's Trophy-wise. There you go, 5-1 win over the Chinooks. All right, Calgary once again. All these Western Conference teams at the back end of our schedule. We've played so many Eastern Conference teams at the beginning of the year. Now we're just going to be all West teams for the rest of the year. So another 3-2 regulation loss. LA, 1-0 loss in overtime. So no points for our team that game. San Jose, 32-20-10. And there's a 4-3 loss in regulation. So we lost some games here. It's all Western. We seem to be a better team against Eastern Conference teams than Western Conference teams. So Max Fry. Ooh, I remember this guy, Freiberg. Yeah, 26-year-old sniper. Yeah, I'm gonna take him off on waivers too. Let's continue to fill our prospect pool up. We have so many players now. But all right, so we're sitting at 38-20-6. We already hit 20 regulation losses before we hit 50 regulation wins. So let's take a look at the President's Trophy race. The Western Conference looks pretty strong, but other than Pittsburgh and Columbus, our division is honestly a joke. The Islanders are the next closest team, and they're 12 points behind us. So we still want to try to see if we can catch up with the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are 4 points ahead of us in the division. So we do play Pittsburgh we just played Pittsburgh once, and it looks like a lot of teams that we play are low Eastern Conference teams. Like Jersey's pretty low. Boston's a good team. Philly's not that great. Boston once again. Florida's not a good team. Toronto is. So a lot of pretty suckish teams in the East this year. A lot of good teams are in the West this year. So it looks like the Western Conference playoffs are going to look good. And look at that for the Phoenix Coyotes. Even though they got Jack Johnson and all those good players from us, they're only at 62 points in the Pacific Division. And it looks like they might be missing the playoffs this year. So for those people that said bad trade for Oliver Ekman-Larsson, is it really? We're 38-20-6, doing a really good job in our division, but you know, it's looking not too good for the teams that we've been trading with. So I'm just going to check the highest overall things, and then we'll call it a video. So save percentage, not up there. Goals against average, Bobrovsky is in second with a 2.0. Excuse me. Points, are we up there? Johansson is falling out of the points lead, it seems, so he's not up there anymore for points. He's not up there for points anymore. Wins, Bobrovsky obviously is in second. Goals, Sprong is down there with 26, which is good. And Apples, Ryan Johansson has 42 assists, so he's down there in eighth. All right, so it's doing pretty good. Like I said, we're 4 points behind the Pittsburgh Penguins, and a lot of teams in the West are doing pretty good. So might be a little bit of another interesting race for the President's Trophy, but honestly, if we just continue to win some games here, make the playoffs, we should be looking pretty good. Because the team, it looks like, if we finish with a second seed in our division, I'm not too worried about it, because whoever we play doesn't look like they're going to be a pretty good team. So, so we'll call this a video. Let me know. We'll go to the trade deadline. Just look at all this stuff next episode. I really don't think we need to make any trades whatsoever. We are doing perfectly fine. We'll check out point totals and all that stuff after the deadline next time. So, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe as always. And we'll probably finish up year 6 in next episode, so I can finally get done 1 year of simulating in 2 videos. So, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.